name is Dr. Arthur Jackson, Vice Chancellor for Student Affairs, the University of North Carolina at Charlotte. Well, I think I've always been propelled. I've always had mentors in higher education, men and women, but especially have been linked to older African Americans that have passed before me. We were really the second group really to integrate the school, especially predominantly white institutions when I went there. But the group before me was the first group, because before them, Brown versus the Board of Higher Education. So a lot of them went to, the historically black institutions, but some of them were the first ones to even get jobs in higher education. So they always took me on as kind of a godson, and they always led me away. And everyone needs a godfather mentor. You need to have knowledge, and that's the first key, because without that, that's the first tool that you need. And the second you need is you need to be persistent. My mother always told me is that you're going to have to be better to be the same, and I found that to be true. So I've always worked harder than anybody else just to make sure I could make that pathway for myself. And you really need to have that emotional strength. I think a lot of us and a lot of things we do is a lack of self-esteem and emotional kind of wealth. If you're strong on the inside, you don't need the external trappings. You don't need the bling, you don't need the big cars, you don't need the big houses, because you feel good about yourself inside. And my mother always instilled that to me, and that's that old Southern, a type of philosophy that, I've always felt good about me, but I've also made sure that I pass this on. And that's something I think we need to pass on to the next generation, because a lot of them just see what's on TV or in the media, and it's all about materialistic things, and those things come and go. One of my professors told me the only thing they can't take from you is your knowledge. They can even take your life, but they can never take the knowledge that you have. Public Enemy said, don't believe the hype. And that's what that stuff is on TV. Some of the shows, the commercial, it's all hype. They want you to buy, when you need to save, save, save. And saving financially, but also saving as part of your own internal strength and your own internal wealth. So you have to be emotionally wealthy, not financially wealthy. I would have several keys. One key is listen to those who have been there. Listen to, and I'm not saying the elders, but listen to people who have been successful in those particular fields that you want to achieve in. And number two is obtain the knowledge that you need. You can have the greatest amount of intelligence in the world, but if you don't have knowledge behind it, it's empty. It's unfulfilled, because all intelligence is potential. That knowledge is what fills in that intelligence for a worth for you. And I think the third thing is, I would say, once you achieve those goals, pass it on to the next generation. Pay it forward. That's very, very important. That's the way we have survived as a people, and that's the way we will continue. Because if we don't take care of each other, no one else will.